going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. And today we are going to be discussing the top 6 sexual zodiac signs. Now, no, I'm not gonna do the whole zodiac because I don't want to set myself up to have you guys come at me like, oh my sign is quite sexual. I don't know how we're the last one. You're sleeping. Da 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 da. Alright, I'll just give you my opinion of the top half. Alright? And I'm basing this off sexuality is so natural, right? So I feel like all the signs I'm about to list truly exert this natural sexuality, whether it be through actual physical sexuality and mental sexuality, all types of shit. All right, and then from here we can even start. I'm gonna start a sexual astrology series. All right, so number 6 most sexual sign. I am going to go with Libra. It's how ironic is the sun is at 1 degree Libra. But anywho, yeah. So Libra is quite a sexual sign because they're ruled by Venus, and Venus rules over pleasure and luxury and all that stuff. And what you get, the sexuality of a Libra is sensual. It's very much so secretive because like a lot of Libras don't actually outright flaunt their sexuality. You more so look at Libra as like, oh man, that's a pretty face. That's a nice put together person, right? So the Libra attracts you with how they put themselves together. More than likely, they're little smooth talkers, right? Ruled by Venus, and mind you, I'm not talking about specifically just sun sign. I'm talking about pure energy here because Libra in the ascendant, or Venus first, second house makes a person very, very beautiful, right? Or even in the 8th house gives just attraction. So it's not just sun sign. We're talking about the sign itself, just pure energy. All right, so Libra, I give you guys number 6. All right, and not to mention that you thrive on interaction with the other person. So we can just say it safe to say you're always trying to get your rocks off. All right. Now, number 5 most sexual sign. I am gonna go with the home bodies of Cancer. Now, Cancer is, how Cancer relates to the 4th house, the house of home, privacy, right? And these guys use sex as a way to connect emotionally. All the water signs do, but I say it with Cancer. Cancer uses sex as a way to connect and let you into them, right? You don't necessarily get the full all-out Cancer experience in the beginning. They may actually put up this shell, don't show you the real emotions. But once they let you in, right, literally, all the emotions get released. And now, when they're inside that bedroom, they are yours, and they'll show you, right, how much they want to take care of you, and they take care of you. I'm not gonna say like how your mother would, but they take care of you with more love than your average partner. All right, and they're always down to get it in, I would say, because when you're home, you're in your comfort zone, and sex pretty much puts Cancer into their comfort zone. All right. Number 4, right? Capricorn. Now, based on what kind of Capricorn you're dealing with, you're going to get a different experience. But there's one thing that remains constant about the energy of Capricorn is that it invigorates the sex drive. The Capricorn energy, like for instance, Mars is exalted in Capricorn, right? So these guys, I don't want to say they're never satisfied, but they're always up for something, and they can keep going, and most can't keep up with their sexual nature, right? Now, the Venus in Capricorn is very different, because the Venus in Capricorn they treat their relationships quite serious, right? And maturity, so they know sex is a part of the job. They're not going to outwardly flaunt that, right? But the sex drive is still there. So whether you got a moon in Capricorn, sun in Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn, it's a sexual being. They're just very reserved about their sexual nature. I remember I seen like a link that gave like the characters from 50 Shades of Grey Zodiac signs. And I just remember the guy Christian being a damn Gemini. And I'm like, this is all Capricorn here, man. This is all Capricorn. Right? So keep that in mind. I think Christian Grey came off as a Capricorn to me. But anywho, right? So number 4, Capricorn. Crazy sex drive, right? But just reserved. Number 3, most sexual zodiac sign out there. Sagittarius. And I'm going with Sag because Sag is so adventurous, so optimistic, and spiritual, right? And even if you have a religious kind of Sag, they're still quite sexual. And the reason that they get number 3 is because of Sag is very, very experimental, and morally they understand themselves, right? And what sex means to them, and things of that nature. So with Sag, you get a real good blend of somebody who is not afraid to take it, you know what I mean? Take what they want, right? Reserved enough to let it come to them, right? And open-minded enough to try any and everything. So it's a real good blend with the Sag. And it'll vary. You'll get some who, outward with the sexuality, some who are more reserved with it. But very much so a sexual sign. Okay? Number 2. Number 2. This is maybe where the controversy comes in. I honestly was gonna make it a tie, but I'm like, nah. Someone has to reign supreme. Okay? And from what I've seen, these are without doubt, the 2 most sexual signs. But number 2, Scorpio. And don't get me, Scorpios, don't be mad. I know you guys relish being the most sexual sign, but you're not. Okay, you're number 2. And you guys are open, you guys are loyal, you guys are intense. Sex, out of everybody, is the most spiritually intoxicating for you, right? Scorpio literally can't stay with you if they don't connect with you sexually, right? Now, the reason Scorpio, I'm going to let you know, the reason Scorpio is not number 1 is that they're just a little bit too attached to their partner. I don't want to say loyal, because you can never be too loyal, but their idea of the sexual experience is more so with one person. And I think just to be the most sexual sign, you got to have this natural curiosity. And with that being said, don't take into account my name is Gemini Brown. I'm not being biased at all. I'm just being real. The number 1 most sexual sign are the twins. Now, I just said that, Scorpios equally as sexual, but they don't have the natural curiosity that Gemini has. And here's the key thing. Geminis are so sexual that the sexual experience goes beyond the physical. They experience physical eroticism as well as mental eroticism. So A Gemini is attracted to your body and everything you got, as well as your mind, right? And depending on how enlightened the Gemini is, your soul too. And with Gemini representing youth, represents somebody who, they'll never lose their sexual attitude. They'll always view sex like a teenager, which consists of, going out there and experimenting. Honestly, if anybody doesn't believe me on how sexual Geminis are, you just go join the Gemini group and stay in there and lurk for a couple of days, and you'll see. You'll see. All right. Let's do a quick recap. I said the top 6 most sexual zodiac signs were Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Gemini. Feel free to chime in. Let me know your thoughts. I know this is be probably a big debate, but this is just my opinion, and we'll be back with more in this sexual astrology series. Shout out Black Moon Astrology. Shout out the Society of Indigenous Astrologers. All right. Until next time. Peace.